I know that the teaching, that the bread and wine are his body and blood, I know that's an intellectually difficult teaching. Have we ever discovered that before, by the way, about Christianity? Haven't we encountered some other things that are intellectually difficult to comprehend? Okay? So the important thing is, the reason he says the truth, Jesus is not going to lie to us. Right? And it's Jesus, not Rome, not the Lutheran Church. It's Jesus who says with this bread, take, eat, this is my body. Take, drink, this is my blood. Okay? So Jesus says this. So whether we understand it or not, you've heard me say that before, he's not going to lie to us. Okay. So the next one, Ephesians 3:20, the he refers to Jesus in context. He's able to do so much more than we can ever ask or think of. Now that Bible passage, okay, Jesus says, this is my body, this is my blood. That Ephesians passage answers the question, can Jesus do that? And the answer is what? Yeah. If he says that, he certainly can do that. Okay? And I've got my old friend here. How can you, and you're all going to know exactly what, how can Jesus make his body and blood be with the bread and wine? And you all understand, don't you? Because Jesus, remember, after his resurrection, ascended into heaven, sat down at the right hand of God the Father Almighty, and now as a man, he fully and always uses his power as God. And we looked up, where is Jesus now? Jesus is everywhere, not just according to his divine nature, but even his human divine nature, but according to his human nature, right? Otherwise, we cut Jesus in two. So if Jesus already fills the whole wide universe, that's in Ephesians, also according to his human nature, then in view of who he is and where he already is anyway, if he says he's with the bread and wine with his body and blood, it's like, okay. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Because see, if you don't understand about the human nature, that's why I said that earlier, if you think the human nature is only up in heaven someplace up there and not everywhere with his divine nature, then you won't understand how his body and blood can be with the bread and wine. But if his human nature fills the whole universe, because you can't separate his human nature from his divine nature, then it's a little bit more, not completely, of course, a little bit more understandable than when he says, yeah, and in the Lord's Supper, I'm especially present with my body and blood.